me rap a lot, I'm asked to be an Indian. Again, I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. This is going to be our home away from home for the next 4 days as we bring you live coverage of the 3rd annual Collinsville Kiwanis Midwinter Classic featuring your Collinsville Cahoks. They're playing tonight, and they'll be here throughout this tournament, and we'll be here all along the way to bring you every single game, even if it doesn't involve Collinsville, like our very first contest here tonight between Cahokia and Greenville. I am Todd Duke, and glad that you're with us on the Kahok Sports Network as we welcome you in to the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. Stop in for weekly specials. Right now they're focusing on Valentine's Day. That's right. The 14th is exactly 1 month from yesterday. So, guys, stop procrastinating, get your plans in order, and then head to Cullip Jennings Florist. Give them a call. They'll help you out, 344-0404, or check out all their offerings online at cullipjennings.com. Joining us live on the pregame show, hardly ever get a live guest, but Coach Lori Billy of your Collinsville Cahoks is joining us as we have a game that doesn't include Collinsville here in this first matchup, and Collinsville will be playing in the nightcap. So hello to Coach Billy as we get you set for this one. Let's talk about Collinsville first, then we'll get to this game as much as we can tell about this game. And we're in the middle of January. Seedings are coming out in a couple of weeks. How important is a tournament like this to get you guys going in the right direction and kind of move the needle on that seeding?
Yeah, well, obviously very important. We've talked about the fact that, you know, we want to grow this tournament and bring in teams that are, you know, strong and good competition. And obviously we feel like we've done that with adding Greenville and Hazelwood West. And, you know, it gives us a chance to be able to play some games against teams that we don't see ever in any other situation, and push us forward towards that seeding and hopefully improve our record and give us a chance to get out on the floor and work on things we need to work on and get better.
Yeah, you've won this tournament both the our first 2 years, and coming into it, actually, this is your best record coming into this tournament in the last 2 years.
Right. Yeah, it is. You know, and again, we look at some games that we've lost, and we think in our heads we should be better than we are. But we've had a decent season, and we're hoping to build on that, especially now.
You had a little bump in the road your last couple of games against Edwardsville and Belleville West, but that's actually a big bump in the road because they're good.
Yeah, they really are. Belleville West is deceiving because you kind of look at their record and the stats that they have, and you think they're not as good as they are, and they really are. They're conditioned, and their coach has them set up to where they're gonna listen to everything he says and do what he says, and they're gonna execute their game plan exactly how he wants it done. And they got some size inside. You know, you can't take away from 6'2" and 6 foot,
right.
and that makes it a little bit more difficult for us. And you know, we're working on trying to be able to beat a zone with our shooting outside, and we're struggling with that right now a little bit. So hopefully, I think we're gonna see a lot of zone in this tournament, and that'll give us kind of an impetus to get going.
I know that the seedings are still a couple of weeks away, but they just decided, I think it was last week, they finally got the second site figured out. The first one was O'Fallon. We knew that all along. Second one's Quincy. I know that coaches are probably like, I don't care where we play. I just want to play and play well. But I'd rather not take that trip to Quincy.
Yeah, you know, Quincy is Quincy's a tough trip, and we've been up there before. It's been several years since we went to Quincy, but we went to Quincy and ended up playing Edwardsville. Coach McFall was still coaching, and that was probably back in 05 or 06 we did that. And we went up to Quincy and won the first night, and then the second night we caught Edwardsville and ended up losing to them by, I don't know, 3 or 4 points. And it's a drive.
Yeah, it is.
It's a drive, and it's not easy. You know, you got to get the kids on the bus, get them up there, and try to get them awake.
Yeah, I know. After lounging around for a couple of hours on a bus, it's kind of hard to get them motivated.
Right.
Yeah. All right, well, let's forget about that. Let's talk about this tournament. As you mentioned, the third year, and we've increased by a couple of teams, so that makes it a little bit of a better tournament setup because now you can have a 5th place and a 3rd place and a champion.
Correct, right. And our goal is hopefully by next year to have 8 teams and to be able to play pool play and then come out of the pool play and play for championship. Like you said, we'll have a 7th place, a 5th place, a 3rd place, and a 1st place game next year. But this year was a great addition to get Greenville, and it was real interesting how we got Hazelwood West because their coach is a former Kahok. And Kelly went to school here, grew up here. Her dad was a custodian in the district. Her mom was an assistant in the district, and I've known them for years. And she gave me a call and said, hey, would you be interested in getting an extra game? And I said, hey, would you be interested in a tournament?
Yeah.
And so it just worked out. She said, absolutely. And so it worked out that we were able to get them. So.
All right, well, we have this first game on hand between Cahokia and Greenville. We know Cahokia a little bit because they're from this area, but if you want to find out anything more about them, you better join their team and be an inside scout for somebody because it's hard to figure out what they're about because they don't post all of their games on any of their websites. So hard to figure out what they are.
Yeah, it is. They've got, I think, about 8 games posted, and so you try to get stats from that and get some information. But you're right, it's difficult. Usually what we do in situations like that is we try to go scout them, get some film on them from the current year, and if we can't find anything or we can't get to it, we use our film from last year because obviously when you compare names, they've graduated maybe 3 or 4 kids, but the majority of the kids are still there. So that's what you kind of do is go back and look at last year's film and see what you can gain from that.
And Greenville's a little farther out of the area, but they do keep their stats on the STL website, a lot better than Cahokia does, by the way. And they got a 6'4" girl named Megan Hellman who has got almost 300 points on the year, averages almost 13 a game. So just that alone will give you your team fits. Any team fits.
Well, absolutely, because you've got a kid that's 6'4", and then she puts her arms up with the ball. So that obviously is a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I think if she just put her arms up, she touches the bottom of the net.
Probably so. Yeah, probably so. And you know, we don't, for the first time in a long time, we don't have that kind of size in the conference. The closest we come is probably the Belleville West kids. You know, and the good thing is that our big inside with Kristen Mitchell, she knows her. They play on a select team together. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up because, honestly, Kristen is, I think, stronger. She's built a little differently than Megan is. And so hopefully we'll match up pretty well inside and be able to work her outside a little bit so that shot's not so easy.
You know, and obviously they're more than just the 6-foot girl because they're 19-1, so they're doing something right.
No, absolutely. They're having a great season, and they've come into this tournament, like you said, at 19-1, and they've played some tough competition, and they've won some really good games, and they're having, you know, it's like their coach said to me. He said, it's unusual for us because we have guards and we have height, so that makes for a good year for them.
All right, so one final thing before we let you get back to your business. Your opponent tonight, Riverview Gardens, this is a team that you've beaten twice in this tournament, so I wouldn't expect much of a change. Same team, kind of?
Yeah, we think they're pretty much the same based on the roster that we've gotten, and again, tough to get stats on them and get film, but based on what we know, they're coming back with pretty much the same group they had last year, and they'll play as a zone. Generally, they play as zone. They may jump into man if we can get on top. But they'll play zone, and we'll have to be able to shoot our way out of it. Okay.
Don't forget to find me a camera person.
I got you.
Okay. All right. We'll talk to you after your game, right?
Okay, yes.
All right. Thank you. That is head coach Lori Billy of your Collinsville Cahoks. We thank her for taking some time out live to join us here on the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll set the starting lineups and give you a little bit more information of what we know about Greenville and Cahokia. We'll do that next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff, like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville, online, weshipstlouis.com, or call 346-4884. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their 2nd year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
And we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I am Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us. Caught us off guard a little bit. No national anthem or anything. So we are already underway. Cahokia is the team in the black uniforms. And Greenville, that's the team in the white uniforms. And Greenville has the ball heading the other way. Over into the corner it goes. That is Riley Pickett who has it. Pickett out front. And then over onto the wing for Madison Gertis. And Gertis. Okay. I'm guessing my rosters are already wrong. That's going to be my guess. That did not sound like Madison Gertis when the PA announcer said something. Anyway, here is Cahokia. Cahokia brings the ball up and brings it around over onto the wing. The handoff there to Tatiana Tucker. Tucker brings it over onto this wing now for Destiny Robinson. Up inside and a little bit of traveling there by Kayla Lacey. 2-0 in favor of DeSoto, or excuse me, Greenville. DeSoto is going to be in this tournament, just not right now. Greenville take another shot and a rebound. Back the other way. One side of the basket. To the other side of the basket for Nancy Fritchie. 4-0 in favor of Greenville. And a foul shot coming up for Nancy Fritchie. 52.1% free throw shooter on the year, and she hits hers and makes it a 5-0 game. Back the other way we come. Here is Tatiana Tucker. Tucker at the top of the key, brings it over onto the wing. That is Wells, and back up underneath the basket, a turnover, and Greenville brings the ball back out. That is the 6'4" Megan Hallman wearing number 52. She gets the rebound or the loose ball, and across the line is Gertis. Gertis over onto the far side wing. That is Pickett. Pickett into the corner now for Hallman. Hallman back out front, and so we'll just keep it here for a moment, tell you a little bit about the Kiwanis Club. Kiwanis Club is a service organization. It's not a social club, although enduring friendships are created through the Kiwanis spirit of fellowship that comes from mutual effort devoted to great, useful ends. Kiwanis is often a public forum, but never a political circle. Meeting programs frequently provide platforms for the balanced and impartial presentation of public issues of interest to the members and of the community. If you would like any more information, you can go to www.ii-kiwanis.org. Back to action. Greenville Comets. They have on white uniforms, but their colors are blue also, just like the Comanches, but the Comanches have blue and black. Not sure how they were going to show up, so that's why the scoreboard has both blue, but at least they got Cahokia with a little bit of a darker color since they are the ones wearing black, and there is a three-point shot. Madison Gertis, 8-0 in favor of Greenville. Here is Cahokia trying to get on the board, and a shot and a rebound, and both shots put up by Kayla Lacey. And this time the rebound goes in for Roberson, and on the board are the Cahokia Comanches. Up inside it goes to Hallman. She uses that long stretch and off of the right side of the glass and through the hoops for two more for Greenville. 10-2 in favor of the Comets. 5:20 left to play here in this first quarter. Cahokia brings the ball back up over in front of the opposing bench. That is number 23, and that is Destiny Roberson. Roberson almost threw the ball away. Tatiana Tucker takes care of it. Tucker drives and then loses control of the ball, and off of her foot, out of bounds. Another turnover for Cahokia. Cahokia comes in at 3-5, we think. Not very many games that the rest of the area has played, so we think there are some games missing, and there's no holes on their schedule according to the STL website. But other than that, I have no idea. There's a rebound effort, and this ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cahokia, so Greenville will get to keep the ball. Madison Gertis will, she's not going to inbound. That's going to be Allie Cantrell. Cantrell inbounds. Here comes a three-point shot, and rattling that on home is Nancy Fritchie. Cahokia brings the ball back up court, and then a travel called against Destiny Roberson. 13-2 in favor of Greenville. 4:38 left to play here in this opening quarter. Greenville with the ball once again, and here is Riley Pickett. Pickett then dumps it off and up inside the lane. Halleman turns around, takes the shot, good for two more. Cahokia in the lane and almost threw it away, but then a jump shot doesn't go, and there is the 6'4" Halleman that takes care of the loose ball before anyone else wearing a black uniform can jump up and get it. Cross-court pass. Dribbling and driving. That is Fritchie, who just hit a big three-pointer underneath. Takes a shot, can't get it. Gets her own rebound, puts it back up. She's fouled. That is going to be the third foul on Cahokia. Jennings picks up her first foul. And to the free throw line, Fritchie again. And misses this one. Hit her first one earlier in this quarter. We're ready for her next. Off to the left. She misses both after hitting the first one. Rebound belongs to Cahokia. Comanches bring the ball back up. Wells up under, and a shot taken by Jennings, but she had that ball slapped out of her hands. We'll have our first substitutes coming in as Natalie Iberg checks into the game, as does Katie Hutchinson for Greenville. With 3:47 left here in this first quarter, Comanches will inbound the ball. They'll do so over onto the far side wing, and that is Roberson. She dribbles and drives and dishes it off, and no good on the shot. Rebound belongs to Greenville. They bring it back up. Here is Riley Pickett. Pickett crosses the timeline. Over onto the wing now for Fritchie. Fritchie moves it back up inside. A shot taken, but partially blocked out by Cahokia, and then the ball ends up going out of bounds just when Cahokia was getting ready to bring it up court for a turnover. Tatiana Tucker couldn't find the handle on it before it ends up rolling out of bounds. Riley Pickett set to inbound. Does so up underneath the basket, trying to find the outstretched hands of Megan Halleman, but found an empty spot instead. And now Halleman is going to pick up Greenville's first foul. 15-2 in favor of Greenville. 3:23 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Wells. She inbounds to Tatiana Tucker, and Tucker will bring it up across the timeline as we approach 3:15 left to play here in this first quarter. Pass over onto the far side wing. That is Roberson. Roberson takes it in the paint, takes the shot, but is partially blocked out. Rebound is still on the ground, or the loose ball is still on the ground. Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of Greenville, so Cahokia will turn the ball over again. Katie Hutchinson inbounds to Natalie Iberg. Iberg brings it up and over on the wing for Pickett. Pickett up inside for Halleman, hands it back off to Pickett. Bounce pass back to Iberg, and then Iberg rolls in from the left wing in the paint, takes the off-balance shot, can't get it to go. Rebound belongs to Cahokia. Here come the Comanches. That is Wells. She dribbles and drives and has the ball slapped out of her hands again, and out of bounds it goes. 2:45 left to play. First quarter, 15-2. Greenville, game number 1 of this third annual Kiwanis Midwinter Classic. Here's Tucker. Tucker at the top of the key. Left-hand dribble and drive, and then Halliman smacked that ball right out of her hands just as she was going up for a shot. It wasn't going to be a very high-quality shot, but nevertheless a shot. Iberg up underneath the basket to Halliman. She'll hit it too hard off the high glass. It comes down for Cahokia to handle the rebound. Here comes Tucker. Tucker dribbles and drives her way into the paint, right side of the lane, and a blocking foul that is going to be called against Hutchinson. Her first, team second. Cahokia now with 3 fouls, Greenville with 2. And Cahokia makes their first substitution as Tyleisha Wheaton checks into the game. And Wheaton gets the inbound pass. Dribbles in from the left side, drives, takes a shot off the rim, can't get it to go. And there is Halliman with the rebound. Halliman, you would imagine, would lead her team with rebounds. She doesn't. That would be Nancy Fritchie. Fritchie has 148 rebounds on the year, averages 7.8 a game, while the 6'4" Halliman has 107 rebounds, averaging 5.6, still not bad. And Fritchie is about 5 inches on the lighter side than is Halliman. Cahokia gets a rare turnover. Greenville comes into this game at 19-1. Their only loss on the year so far has been a game at Hillsboro. They lost 72-61. That was after they had won their first 8 games. Cahokia trying to break that pressure, as standing there on the low post was Halliman, as well as Madison Gertis. Both of them stood their ground, had their hands up, so there was no room to move. It was almost like a wall. Up underneath, Halliman turns around, had a body all over, but a ball rolls around the rim, and the rebound belongs to Cahokia with 1:15 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here come the Comanches. It is Wells, and she drives it in for her team's second basket here in this first quarter. Comets bring it back up into the lane. Ooh, get that out of here. That was a one-hand stuff job there by Jennings for Cahokia. Here's Wells once again. She'll take another shot. This one's high off the glass. Won't go. Put back for Roberson's good, though. And it's 15-6 all of a sudden with 40 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Into the corner it goes to Iberg. Now just outside the lane for Halliman. She'll hand the ball off, and a dribble and a drive and a shot and a score. It had been a while, but Allie Cantrell puts her team back on the board after they were stuck at 15 for a while. 20 seconds left to play. Greenville, by the way, coached by Colin Dathiger. Todd Hill is the head coach for Cahokia. We'll pass along some information at halftime since we didn't get to during the pregame show. And a loose ball as Wheaton tried a little bit too much of that fancy dribbling. At the buzzer, shot taken but just missed. And that's the way that the first quarter will come to a close. 17-6 in favor of the Greenville Comets over the Cahokia Comanches. Second quarter action coming your way in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
Hi, I'm Colton Pareko. I want to thank the team at RE/MAX Alliance for helping me find my first home. It couldn't have been any easier. If you're in the game for a new home, contact my friends at RE/MAX Alliance.
And we welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Second quarter action underway between Cahokia and Greenville here in this first game of the third annual Kiwanis Midwinter Classic here at Collinsville High School. Collinsville has won the previous 2 by going 3-0 when there were 4 teams. Now we're up to 6, so we'll have some pool play. Everything will be decided a little bit later on this week. As Halleman puts in another 2 points. Now Cahokia trying to answer. 19-6 underway here in the second quarter. For Cahokia, that is Wheaton. Wheaton will bounce it into the corner and almost losing control of it, but picking it up is Sheard, and now a whistle for a travel, and Greenville will get the ball back anyway. Here's Iberg. Iberg over onto the wing and moving it up inside for Halleman. 1 bounce off the bottom of the backboard. I think that little pressure underneath the basket from Jennings may have caused Halleman to kind of misjudge where she was. Here is Madison Gertis in front of the Cahokia bench. Gertis, bounce pass out for Cantrell. Cantrell back over to Iberg. She'll launch a 3-point shot, and that hits nothing but air, but there to catch it was Fritchie. She'll put it back up. That hits nothing but air. Loose ball belongs to the Comanches, and that ball is just a little bit too far for Wheaton to handle. And Cahokia will give the ball right back. Here's Iberg. Up underneath, and a foul before Halleman could turn around and take the shot. 6.5 to go here in this second quarter. Inbound pass going to come in from Cantrell. Cantrell bounces it in. Iberg bounces it off the glass. 2 points. 21-6. 6:20 to play. Wheaton over in front of the Greenville bench. Into the paint. Nice move off the glass. Good for 2 points for Roberson. There's Iberg once again for Greenville. Cantrell on the right wing. Dribbles it in just a moment. Kicks it back out. Now into the corner. Then out to the 6'4" Halleman for another couple of points. 23-8. Greenville with the lead. Here is Wheaton. Wheaton out to the top of the key for Jennings, and then a 3-point shot coming from Wells. That's a little bit too short. Rebound falls all the way back out to the top of the key, and Roberson takes care of it. Gives it back to Wells. Wells drives, takes a shot off the side, won't fall in for her, and the rebound belongs to the Comets of Greenville, and they bring it up court. Here is Cantrell over on the wing for Iberg. Iberg over onto the far side, make that the near side wing. 3-point shot coming there from Fritchie. That wouldn't hit the mark. A rebound finds the hands of Halleman, but that misses the mark as well, and then the ball gets pushed out of bounds by Cahokia. And the Comets will throw in another inbound. That didn't make any sense, I know. Cantrell into the corner for Fritchie. Bounce pass in for Halleman. Halleman off the glass. Can't get the bounce off of the rim, though. And this time, the rebound belongs to Cahokia. Here is Wells. Wells throws it into the corner and then gets it right back to where it came from. Now just outside the lane, tipped ball. And back the other way we go. Here is Allie Cantrell. She'll drive all the way, and then Wells will knock the ball out of her hands before she can get up. 23-8, second quarter action. My name is Todd Duke. Ryan Hindall on the camera. Sophomore basketball and soccer player. We appreciate her taking some time out of her night here at basketball and spending it here with us. We certainly do appreciate it. Time to thank some of our sponsors. How about Pace Design and Construction in Maryville? Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and they are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville, Illinois. Give them a call, 618-407-5466, or online at pacedesignconstruct.com. Here is Greenville with the ball. On the wing, Iberg up inside. Behind the back pass was Gertis. I'm sure she didn't mean to do that, but that's the way it ended up. And now, here is Fritchie. She drives, top of the key, and then over on the far wing for Iberg. Up underneath the basket, Fritchie off the glass. Couldn't get the right angle, and it just kind of popped straight up in the air. And now a loose ball, almost picked up by Iberg, but here is Wells for the Comanches. Cahokia trails 23-8. Back out toward midcourt it goes. Brownlee gives the ball up. Roberson into the corner for Wells. A three-point shot coming that skips across the rim. Rebound. Brownlee can't get it to go up. Greenville takes over. Here is Cantrill. She'll cut through the lane in the middle, take the shot off the front of the rim. Couldn't get it to drop. And the rebound covered up by Cahokia. And now a jump ball called. And Greenville has the possession arrow in their favor once again. Todd Hill should have called a timeout when his girl had sole possession of that ball and sitting on the ground. Inbound pass comes in on to the wing for Gertis. And now a whistle will stop that action. I don't think they were ready. I don't think the referees were ready. Okay, now we are. Inbound pass from Pickett into the corner for Halliman. Back to the corner, baseline drive, but that was stopped short by Pickett. And now back inside for Halliman. Off the glass high and good for two more. 25-8, 3.5 minutes to play here in this first half. Here is Wells for Cahokia. Comanches bring the ball up, and that is Michaela Brownlee. Brownlee, she'll kind of drop the ball off there to Sheard. Sheard back outside. Wells thought about the three and then kicks it back out to the top of the key for Sheard. Back to Wells, trying to move it up inside. Roberson, turn around, trying to find some room past the long, lanky arms of the 6'4" center Megan Halliman, and just couldn't quite do it. So Greenville comes away with another loose ball. A three ball from the corner. That's a good one. Hits the inside of the rim for Gertis, and then went straight up and down. 28-8, 2:50 left to play here in this first half. Here is Wells. She'll drive, but she'll take too many steps through the lane and turn the ball over once again. Greenville will bring the ball back up court. Pickett over on the wing. Fritchie with a three-point shot. That one won't fall, but the rebound put high off the glass. That was super high off the glass for Halliman, and it's 30-8 in favor of Greenville as we have 2:25 left to play here in this first half. Here's Wells back at the midcourt stripe for Cahokia. She'll make her move on to the wing, and she'll dump it off to Brownlee, and then Brownlee loses the handle on it. It's picked up by Iberg, who throws the ball up and then high off the glass again. This one belongs to Riley Pickett. Here's Brownlee. Free throw line, shot off the back of the glass. That was Roberson who took the shot, and that was Halliman who picked up the rebound. Here is Iberg in the corner. 1:45 to go. Top of the key, three-point shot. That one rolls off of the left side of the rim, and the rebound this time belonging to the Comanches. And Jennings, she gets it to Brownlee, who gets it to Wells. Back to Brownlee in the perimeter. Baseline pass into the paint, and it's being ping-ponged around for a minute. Finally pulled out of there by Cahokia. And here is Sheard. Back to the free throw line and then back out to the top of the key. Here's Wells. 1:15 left to play here in this first half. Wells had the ball pushed out of her hands by Iberg. And Wells throws it up inside, back outside, and nothing doing there on the shot by Jennings. And meanwhile, bringing it back down court, Iberg for 2 points. 34-8. 45 seconds left to play here in this first half. Here's Wells to the free throw line. A air ball, but it's picked up underneath the basket, put back up and in. for Jennings. 34-10. The Comanches reached double digits with 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's a loose ball after a couple of shots by Halliman, but Cahokia picks up the loose ball. They bring it back up. Now they could play for the last shot if they want to. Roberson makes a move and a foul underneath by Madison Gertis on a blocking call. And that's going to be the third foul for the Comets. Destiny Roberson at the free throw line, 43.8% free throw shooter on the year, and she skims it right off the rim and out the right side. Player changes going on, and we'll tell you about them if we have some time here with 15 seconds left after the next shot by Roberson. Misses both. Rebound belongs to the Comets. They bring the ball back up court, and they have 10 seconds in which to work with. Here is Cantrell on the wing. Gives it up to Frishy. Over into the corner. Here comes a three-point shot. That's high, and it rattles, but will not fall. Rebound belongs to Cahokia. They had a couple of seconds and decided just to hold on to it instead of bringing it back up for a last-second shot. And we are frozen at 34-10 at halftime. And we will welcome you in to the Cafe Agape halftime show, brought to you by our fine folks and our fine friends at Cafe Agape in Collinsville. Nachos, burgers, way too many sides to list, a host of other wonderful menu items to choose from. Cafe Agape also offers catering service as well as delivery of some of the best homemade food in the area. Call Cafe Agape today at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. We, of course, got an earlier start than your normal varsity night, which would be at 7:30, so we'll scour and see if we can find some scores for you on other games, but I highly doubt it. I believe there's a couple of other tournaments going around, so maybe some early action in some of those, but we will give it our best shot, and we'll come back and tell you what we find, if anything, and we'll do that here in a few on the Kahok Sports Network.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, business, sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or call 344-2200.
I'm a hot babe out jogging. I'm out making sure this stays a 10 when you drive by. You're checking out my awesome headband when... Oops. That's when you find out your cut rate insurance, it ain't paying for this. So get Allstate. Save cash and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call 346-4884. First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the to-go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
And we will welcome you back in to the Cafe Agape halftime show here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us. We are at halftime. 34-10 is our score as Greenville has a commanding 24 lead over the Cahokia Comanches. One score to tell you about. It is girls varsity basketball. I believe that they are having a tournament in Highland, and the early game today has Highland defeating the Carlisle Indians by a score of 67-46. Everything else is getting underway a little bit earlier. Some things are already underway in some other tournaments, but I do not have any scores, so we'll have to look at the updates at halftime of the game between Collinsville and Riverview Gardens. I only have scoring to pass along to you as far as the stats on this game are concerned. I didn't have a lot of time to get. I won't have a lot of time to get ready for the next game either. It'll be 15 minutes after the conclusion of this one, so I do not have my usual scorecards with me. So, for Cahokia, they have 10 points. Destiny Roberson has 6 of those. Daviana Jennings has the other. And Tatiana Jennings has 2 points. And the other 2 points belongs to Wells. So there's your 10 points. For Greenville, they are being led in points by Megan Halliman. She has 12. She's the only one in double digits, and that is her average, 12.9, so right around 13. So she's reached her average for the game thus far. 6 points each for Nancy Frischie, Madison Gertis, and Natalie Iberg. And Iberg came off the bench to get her 6 points. Riley Pickett with 2 points in this contest. And now you know exactly what I know. Thanks to our friends at Cafe Agape for sponsoring our halftime show. We'll do better in the next game. Halftime of this one, 34-10 in favor of Greenville. Back with the third quarter and the start of the second half in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the to-go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Second half action getting underway. The boys, by the way, are playing in Jerseyville in their Midwinter Classic tournament, and they had an early start as well. They are taking on Cahokia, and right now they are up at halftime. The boys' Kahok team is 44-31 over the Comanches. Destiny Robertson picks up the first 2 points here in this second half, and Cahokia gets the first bucket. The next one belongs to Megan Halleman. She now has 14 points in this game here as well. She flies through the lane and she travels. I think she got a little bit held up by a Greenville Comet's hand on the ball as she was coming into the lane, and that kind of made her misstep there a little bit. So the Comets, who will be shooting down at this end for us now, will bring the ball up, and here is Gertis. Gertis will dump the ball off to Pickett. Pickett dumps it off to Halleman. Halleman back outside we go, and Fritchie in the corner. Nancy Fritchie, oh, that was a nice try on the backdoor pass behind her back trying to find Halleman, but instead she found one of the Comanches, and the Comanches bring it up, take a three-point shot, rebound, comes all the way out the other side, and Cahokia back to work. Here's Wells. Wells has the ball in the slot between the top of the key and the midcourt circle, then takes it over onto the right wing, takes it in the perimeter, and then she kind of just shoves it behind her to Tucker, and the loose ball picked up by the Comets. Here comes Cantrill. Cantrill will dump it off here on the wing for Gertis. Now outside, Halleman, shot, falls a little short, and falls right down into the hands of Jennings for Cahokia. Gets to Wells. Wells takes it over onto the left wing. 36-12. We're just underway here in quarter number 3. Here's Wells. She had that ball poked right out of her hand there by Fritchie. Inbound pass coming in front of her own bench. Tarkia Wells. There's Tucker. I'm guessing. Can't tell her number. Girl's got some long hair. Into the corner, now into the perimeter. A little drive and a little bit of a circus hook shot there by Jennings, and that didn't find home like she was hoping it was going to. Rebound is Cantrills. She brings it across the line. Now into the corner it goes. Pickett up to and outside of the lane for Megan Halleman. And the Comanches extend their lead to 38-12. Here is Tatiana Tucker over on the far side. She'll throw the ball away. Or had it popped out of her hand anyway. She will inbound, Will Tucker. And the inbound comes into Sheard, who gives it up for Wells. Wells at the top of the key will back it up. Now try the right side, make that the left side, and gets her arm smacked over there by Cantrill. First foul of the second half belongs to Cantrell. And the inbound pass comes into Wells. A pass at the free throw line. Robertson takes the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound tipped all the way back out to Wells. She drives off the glass, counted for 2. 38-14. Greenville brings it up quickly. Here is Halleman, who ends up losing the ball, but it's picked up by Fritchie. Fritchie right underneath the basket, left all alone off the glass. Easy shot for Riley Pickett. Pickett was camped out underneath the basket. That makes it 40-14. Here's Tucker. Tucker at the top of the key, pulls up her dribble and then passes the ball over onto the wing. A little dribble drive and a little bit too much of a drive. Feet kept going. Sheard turns the ball over. Inbound pass comes into Pickett. Pickett brings it up for Greenville. Greenville, by the way, number 2 ranked school, according to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. In the small school standings. And they make another one, 43-14. Just about halfway through quarter number 3. Destiny Robertson picks up another couple of points for her team, 42-16. One arm little shovel shot there by Fritchie, and Greenville has a couple of baskets for Cahokia's one, and now almost a picked off ball, and now it's still being volleyed for, and Wells almost skirting that line and then drives into the lane, takes a circus shot, can't get it to go, rebound put back up but not in, and a foul will be coming to Megan Halleman, the 6'4" junior for Greenville. Lebanon all-tournament team she made over the holidays when Lebanon held their tournament. Free throw shot, and that one snakes its way in. Jennings. Jennings coming in at 58.3% free throw shooter on the year. 3:33 left to play here in this third quarter. Jennings makes both. 45 to 18. Three-point shot. Nope, she had her feet in the perimeter. Did Hutchinson, but it still counts for two. Here's Wells for Cahokia. On to the near side wing for Tucker, and then back out to the top of the key for Jennings. Jennings dribbles, drives, free throw line, takes the shot, no good. Rebound being volleyed around, and it finally runs out of bounds and will stay in the possession of Cahokia. 3:08 left to play here in this third quarter. Next game coming up will feature your hometown Collinsville Cahoks taking on the Lady Rams of Riverview Gardens. Here's Wells after a shot, but this is going to come back and a inbound pass. Foul coming up against Nancy Fritchie. And the only fouls here in this second half has belonged to Greenville. Cahokia has not committed a foul. Here is Wells, and Wells travels again. Here's Pickett into the corner for Halleman. Now around the horn it goes, and back over to Gertis. Inside, Fritchie, she has that one stuffed back into her face by Jennings, and Cahokia comes up with the loose ball. They bring it down with 2:40 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Wells on the left wing in front of her bench, and inside, underneath, nice move, and finished off the nice move did Jennings for 2 more points for Cahokia, and now they have hit that 20-point plateau. Still trailing by 27, 47-20. Back out to the top of the key it goes. That is Hutchinson. She gives the ball up now for Gertis. Gertis back over on the far side. Here's a Halleman three-point shot. That misses. Rebound belongs to Cahokia. Here's Wells. Gets it up to Tucker. Back to Wells. Wells back to Tucker on the right wing, now just outside the lane. Here's Jennings. She has the ball stripped out of her hands, picked up by Fritchie. Fritchie has the ball picked up out of her hands by Tucker. Tucker will give it to Jennings, and Jennings will have an easy lay-in for 2. 47-22. 1:40 left to play here in this third quarter. In the corner, that is Halleman, who gets it back over onto the wing. Gertis up underneath, flying through the paint, back out to Halleman. She takes a shot. That falls a little bit short. And the rebound, that belongs to Cahokia, and clamping down on it was Sheard. And then Halleman picks up her third foul. 1:24 left to play, third quarter. Iberg checks back into the game for the Comets. Simpson checks into the game. Hannah Simpson, first time we've called her name here in this one. Wells getting ready to inbound, and Coach Todd Hill wants to talk things over with the referee about something. Now the referee wants to check the scorer's table. Not sure for what. Riverview Gardens Lady Rams are showing up. Still not sure what the conversation's all about. Maybe something to do with the score. I don't know. Okay, still not sure, but at any rate, we're back underway. Wells brings it up for Cahokia. At the top of the key, gives it up over onto the wing, and a dribble drive by Sheard ends up in a picked off ball by Iberg. Iberg brings it up, almost lost it herself. Now tries to take it back to the midcourt stripe, trying to buy herself some time, but she has Tatiana Tucker all over her. And Tucker is going to pick up a reach-in foul. That's the first foul here in this third quarter by the Comanches, and it comes with 1 minute left to play. Here is Fritchie with a three-point shot. That one's nothing but net. 50-22. Final minute of play here in this third quarter. Here's Wells for Cahokia. And a shot and a throw back in. That was a nice job on the save there by Cahokia's Jennings. And now, trapped over in the corner is Sheard, but she gets the ball out finally to Wells. And Wells will start all over again. 30 seconds to play here in this third quarter. That wasted about 20 seconds. Wells dribbles and drives, top of the key, dumps it off just outside the lane. Robertson high off the glass, can't get it to fall. Rebound being fought for, jump ball called. Possession arrow this time in favor of the Comets. 50-22, 19.3 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Here comes Iberg for Greenville. Over on the far side wing for Simpson. Back over this way, there's a shot by Halleman, but she missed everything on that attempt, and the loose ball falls right down at the feet of Tatiana Tucker. Tucker brings it up, tries to take a three-point shot at the buzzer, but has the ball stripped out of her hands. We head to the fourth quarter. Greenville still in control of this one, 50-22. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff, like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
I'm a hot babe out jogging. I'm out making sure this stays a 10 when you drive by. You're checking out my awesome headband when... Oops. That's when you find out your cut rate insurance, it ain't paying for this. So get Allstate. Save cash and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, fourth quarter is upon us. Game number 1 of this Kiwanis midwinter Collinsville Kahok girls basketball tournament. Kahawks getting ready to take the floor in the next game. They'll take on the Riverview Gardens Lady Rams. And in case you have not heard, we have some more unpleasant weather coming at us this coming weekend, so they have changed up the schedule. This was going to be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday tournament. Now it is going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They've taken everything and moved it up a day. So championship day will be on Friday instead of Saturday afternoon. And everything is a 6 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. start. 2 games today. This one right here, Collinsville and Riverview Gardens next. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock game is Hazelwood West versus Collinsville, while the night game features DeSoto and Greenville. Then Thursday, Collinsville will not be playing, as Riverview Gardens and Hazelwood West will take the floor at 6, and Cahokia and DeSoto at 7:30. And both of those games Thursday will be in the auxiliary gym because they have wrestling here in the main gym on Thursday night. So, championship day, they'll have the 5th place game in the auxiliary gym at 6 o'clock, and right here on this floor, they will have the 3rd place game at 6 o'clock. So there'll be 2 games going on at the same time. And then, of course, the championship game will be at 7:30. Holloman picks up her 4th now. 5th team foul. Hannah Simpson will check back into the game. She'll take the place of Megan Holloman. Another free throw coming up here for Jennings, and she hits one of the two. That makes it 52-23, 6:40 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Underneath the basket, foul coming up to Wells after she got too much over the back of Katie Hutchinson. Blues are playing tonight. They got underway at 6 o'clock, waiting for my buddy Mike to give me a score. A rattle, won't fall. Second one wouldn't. For Hutchinson, 53-23. 30-point lead. For Greenville over over Cahokia. Riverview Gardens is next. Getting ahead of myself. Here's Wells. Wells on the left wing in front of her own bench. Dribbles and drives, and underhand fingertip roll shot wouldn't go. Comets come away with the rebound, and Greenville brings the ball back up. Here is Riley Pickett. Pickett will shove it over into the corner now for Cantrell. Back over to Pickett. Pickett drives and then kicks it outside, now into the corner for Simpson. And then a picked off pass, nicely read there on the interception by Wells. She'll take it all the way down and then shoot it too hard off of the glass. Comes all the way down in front and just picked up there by Cantrell. Into the corner, now for Simpson. Back out front, top of the key, Cantrell over this way now for Pickett. Pickett again gets picked off as she was trying to thread a pass into Hutchinson. And now Robertson comes in and dumps it off to Tucker. And Tatiana Tucker was caught off guard as she was thinking that her teammate was going to take a shot instead of throwing it into her bread basket. That caused a turnover. Abby Susanbach comes into the game for the first time. Here's Iberg, though. Iberg will bring the ball up. Iberg had 6 points off the bench in the first half and still stuck at 6. And now a travel by Danielle Brand. We had that 30-point lead, which is where we're at right now, so that constitutes running clock. So for the remainder of this quarter, we will have running clock. As Cahokia trying to get that deficit just a little bit smaller. Here is Wells. Kicks it outside for Jennings. Sheared. Rolled that ball off of the foot of one of her opponents and out of bounds. Gwen Mitchell and Chloe Macon check into the game for Greenville. 3.5 minutes to go here in this first game. Next game will get underway about 15 minutes after this one ends. We'll, of course, have to step aside and shut all the screens down, open them all back up, redo our scoreboard, and get back on the air for the Collinsville Riverview Garden game. Another turnover there by the by the Comanches to the Comets. And here comes Greenville. That is Simpson. Over on the far side wing for Macon. Macon takes a shot, can't get it to go, and a rebound being fought for, and a little roughly, I might add, as Kayla Lacey kind of threw Abby Sussenbach to the ground there. And Kayla Lacey gets called for the foul. Sussenbach inbounds, does so to Simpson, who puts it up underneath for Macon, high off the glass, won't get it to fall, and the rebound belongs to Cahokia. Here is Wells, throws it up into the corner for Tucker, a skip pass into the lane, and a travel called against Kayla Lacey. Comets bring it back up, leading by 30. Into the corner it goes. Dribble drive by Brand. She takes a shot. It rolls around the rim and finally falls in for Danielle Brand. 55-23, under 2 minutes to go. Here's Wells for Cahokia into the right wing perimeter and then back out to the top of the key. Takes it over onto the left side and gives it up for Tatiana Tucker, who takes a three-point shot. That does not fall, and the rebound comes down for Gwen Mitchell. Mitchell gets it up to teammate Hannah Simpson. She flies through the lane just on the outside and has that ball knocked away by Jennings. Jennings will pick up her team's 5th foul. And now each team with 5. To the free throw line, Hannah Simpson, 66.7%. Small sample size, though. Came in having hit 6 of 9 on the varsity level. Missed the first one. Next one. Rolls and rattles and falls in. Wells. Under a minute to go here in this one. Wells from the wing, from the left side to the right side for Tucker. Back out to the top of the key. Here is Sheard. Now Tucker with a three-point shot. That one misses everything. Wells saves it and saves it back to her teammate, Sheard. Dribble drive. Shot. Score. Final 30 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter, and a drive by Sussenbach came up empty. Final 15 seconds. Wells throws the ball up. Tucker couldn't handle the pass. Inbound pass coming in as the clock continues to run. We may not have any time to get anything else off. Bringing the ball up slowly will be Hannah Simpson, and she will walk slowly enough that this game will end. 56-25, Greenville over Cahokia is the final in the first game. And we are going to go ahead and shut everything down and go ahead and get you set up for the next game between Collinsville and Riverview Gardens. So the final game in game number 1 over, as the Comets will move over to the win column in Pool B. Pool B has Cahokia, DeSoto, and Greenville. So Cahokia 0-1, Greenville 1-0, and DeSoto not playing until tomorrow. So that's going to do it for game number 1. We'll close everything down. Game number 2 coming up in just a little bit on the Kahok Sports Network.